G'day guys, time for my daily Facebook post about the election and some policy today. So it's not really an official policy of the Labor Party, but it's an ad that is put on by the unions, and you may or may not know that the unions basically run the Labor Party, and I'll talk about the structure of the Labor Party another time. But it's safe to say that any official policy by any union is an official policy of the Labor Party. I've also just got to warn you, I do have a bit of a nose, head cold thing going on. So if I do sneeze or cough or splutter, I would apologise and ask your forgiveness for that right now. So I want to talk penalty rates. So one of the ads that I see a lot is an attack against the Liberal Party to take away your penalty rates. And they refer to the penalty rates that were removed as a part of the Fair Work Ombudsman's investigation a while ago. So there's a few things that probably are worth mentioning with that. First of all, the Fair Work Ombudsman is an organisation that was set up by the Labor Party when they were in government previously. And the report that they tendered about these particular penalty rates was a result of the Labor Party, when they were in government last, asking for them to look into these particular penalty rates and make a determination whether they thought they should be amended or changed in any way. And they came back with, the Fair Work Ombudsman came back with the removal of certain, and reduction, not so much the removal, but a reduction of certain penalty rates in a few industries. So there's 4 industries that have a reduction in a penalty rate, not the removal. The Liberal Party basically had nothing to do with it at any stage, and that's an important point to keep in mind when you're listening to the ads that say that if they'll take these penalty rates, what will they come at next? The Liberal Party didn't take these penalty rates and reduce them. The Liberal Party didn't have anything to do with it at any stage, really, except for being in government at the time that the report was handing down, and then saying that as the independent umpire, being the Fair Work Ombudsman, has said, let's remove or reduce these penalty rates, they said, all right, we will go to what they say and take on their report and recommendations. It's a falsehood. It's basically a lie of anyone to suggest that anyone else's penalty rates are going to be removed, reduced, or affected in any way. Realistically, if either party is elected, I don't see there is time in the near future where, if it was a Liberal or a Labor government, that the penalty rates would be reduced or removed. If anything, under Labor, they'll be increased. And that's probably the only move that I think you'd see in the next few years at least. There's a lot of stuff about penalty rates, but that's a lie. But more importantly, it shows you that there's a lot of sort of bluster and carry on the ads that just aren't true. I'd be very cautious of any ad of any organisation, whether it be from the right side of politics or the left side of politics. I'd actually go to the party's policies and have a look at what they propose that they'll enact if they were to be elected at the next election. Their policies can be found on their websites, and quite often, if it's a third party putting an ad up, whether it be a union, Get Up, or some other organisation, I'd take it with a grain of salt. Look into it for yourself. Don't just take these ads at face value and think, oh, that's what's going to happen. I don't think any government should be elected based on the fear-mongering and lies of a third-party independent organisation who have the ability to put an ad out there that's not quite true. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Jump in the comments and let me know if there's something in particular you want me to have a look at for you, whether it be a policy or some sort of structure or way government works or each party works or anything like that. If there's a particular candidate you think's important that should be discussed or anything like that, jump in the comments and let me know. Thanks, guys.